Hi, this is the Militant Moderate Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Michael Bolin. So, George Herbert Walker Bush, George Bush Jr.'s father, the president from 1988 to 1992, has been accused of sexual assault. An actress by the name of Heather Lynn claimed back in 2014 during a photograph that George Bush reached up and grabbed her ass. I'm not going to completely damn George Bush Sr. on this part. His camp released a statement. At age 93, President Bush has been confined to a wheelchair for roughly 5 years. So his arm falls on the lower waist of people with whom he takes pictures. Trying to put people at ease, the president routinely tells the same joke. On occasion, he has patted women's rears, which he intends to be a good-natured joke. First and foremost, George, stop. Somebody has to just slap it away, something like that, okay? And apparently during this incident, Barbara Bush was right there too and said, "Oh, George, you're going to wind up in jail soon." Okay, I don't want him to go to jail because there's additional thing is that there's also reports of him early onset dementia. So he's not fully in control of all of his mental capabilities. Basically, we don't necessarily have an ex-president as much as we have creepy grandpa. Now, I had a situation where I had my ass grabbed by an actor who's on a pretty top TV show right now, but I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to bring him up on charges. I thought it was funny. Now, obviously, she didn't think it was funny. The golden rule is, if it's funny, most things are forgiven. This one, not so much. You just can't go grabbing girls by the you just can't. How do we fix this? The people around George Bush Sr., stop letting him grab people. And the women out there, when you hear him start to tell the following joke, do you know who my favorite magician is? David Copperfield. Even the joke's kind of creepy. So, you know what's going to happen next. So everybody knows about this, so let's keep creepy grandpa from being that creepy. I am sorry, Miss Lynn, that this happened to you, but just let it slide. This isn't like Weinstein or Tollback. This is just somewhat senile grandpa looking at something that he really likes and wanting to touch it. It's bad. It's bad. So so Barbara, Miss Bush, in all due respect, roll up a newspaper, and what you're going to want to do is just kind of go up to George and go, "No," and just whack him in the nose with that newspaper. He'll get it. I'm just here to help. Happy Halloween. This is the Militant Moderate Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Michael Bolin. Bonus points to anyone who down below can figure out what's been my Halloween costume for like the last 8 years. I kind of wanted to do something different this year, so I'm putting out, give me a hand. Does anybody know where I can get a kimono, a grass skirt, raw cotton, a live burro, curry-flavored holy water, a French language version of the Quran in Braille, a full Native American headdress, and 32 jars of gluten-free mayonnaise. I know it's kind of last minute, but this year I've really got a good idea for my Halloween costume. I really want it to be special. I'm going to call it cultural misappropriation in A minor. Yeah, I know I'm going to hell. I already have parking. And it's time again for the dirty joke of the week. And keeping up with Halloween, a bald man with a wooden leg gets invited to a Halloween party, and he decides he would like to wear a costume that conceals his slightly odd appearance. But he can't think of any good costumes, so he writes a note to the Acme Costume Company explaining his issue. A few days later, a package arrives with a note. "Dear sir, please find enclosed a pirate's outfit. The spotted handkerchief will cover your bald head, and with your wooden leg, you'll just be just right as a pirate. Yours very truly, the Acme Costume Company." The man thinks this is a terrible idea because they have emphasized his wooden leg. So he writes a letter of complaint. A week goes by, and he receives another parcel and a note which says, "Dear sir, please find enclosed a monk's costume. The long robe will cover your wooden leg, and with your bald head, you'll really look the part. Yours very truly, the Acme Costume Company." Now the man is really upset. They've gone from now the man is really upset. since they've gone from emphasizing his wooden leg to emphasizing his bald head. So again, he writes the company another nasty letter of complaint. The next day, he receives a small parcel and a note which reads, "Dear Sir, please find enclosed a bottle of molasses and a bag of crushed nuts. Pour the molasses over your bald head, pat on the crushed nuts, stick your wooden leg up your ass, and go as a caramel apple. Yours very truly, the Acme Costume Company." This has been the Militant Moderate Podcast. Happy Halloween, and try to be nice to one another. I'm sorry if that joke seemed unsympathetic to people with wooden legs.